This year's summit is really special to us because we are here to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Animal Ag Alliance. Back in 1987, when the Alliance was first formed as the Animal Industry Foundation back at the time, a number of visionary individuals and organizations got together to form the Alliance to bring all of animal agriculture together because we needed a united voice to provide a counter voice to some of the groups who oppose animal agriculture. They saw a need for bringing all stakeholders together across the industry in order to bridge that communications gap between farm and fork. A couple of our members that are here represented today have been members for all 30 years. So American Feed Industry Association and American Farm Bureau Federation, we'd like to thank you for that sponsorship and membership throughout the years. This evening at our chairperson's reception, we're also going to be recognizing some of our other longtime members as well as our some of our past chairmen. One of our past chairs, I think, was chairman 15, 16 years ago, and he is here. So we're really excited to welcome Don Heck to the room today as well. So over the years, from dialing rotary phones to email to social media, communications has changed, and it's very important that the Alliance is a part of that and has been able to keep up with the changing times of communications and how to reach the public. Throughout the shifts in consumer perceptions and communication strategies and the hot topics of the day that we have covered, the Alliance has been here for 30 years working on behalf of all of animal agriculture. We look forward to the next 30 and beyond. So if you're a member of the Animal Ag Alliance, we'd like to thank you for being with us as part of our journey through the 30 years. If you are not a member of the Alliance yet, we welcome you and are really glad that you're here to learn more about the Alliance and what our role is and the value that we bring to not only the organizations that are members, but on all of animal agriculture. So if you will notice on the name badges, you'll see our members do have a member ribbon on. So if you'd like to know more about what the value is of the Alliance and why they're a member, we encourage you to have those conversations, get to know somebody else that you don't know yet today. That is, again, one of the values of bringing everybody together under the Alliance umbrella. But to learn more about membership and what it means to be a member, we encourage you to talk to some of our members and board members or one of us on staff. This year's theme is Connect to Protect Animal Ag Action Please. And that is about how all of us, no matter what niche we play in animal agriculture, we all have an important role in protecting the future of animal agriculture in the U.S. Our speakers are going to leave you here this week with some fresh new ideas and actionable ideas that you can take back in your farm, in your business, or in your community. So all of the excitement of the next 2 days is going to culminate tomorrow in our closing session with an Action Please pledge that we're going to ask you all to take. So think about some of the ideas that you hear from speakers this week and think about what action you can use to take action back when you leave here. During the breaks, we're going to have some slides up that are going to provide examples of the actions that our attendees at last year's summit took through the year and what it meant to them and the impact that their actions have had in their business or in their community. You'll notice all of our sessions are broken down into three words or three ideas that really describe the Alliance's mission: connect, engage, protect. So each of our Alliance team members, which I'll ask you if you'll wave your hand. Hannah's in the back, Allyson up front, Casey's in the room, right over here, and Morgan is out front helping at registration. But each of our team members are going to take a moment throughout the program to explain what each of these words means to us here at the Alliance. So with that, I'd like to welcome Allyson Jones-Brimmer, who is our Membership and Marketing Manager, up to share a few words about connecting and that part of our mission. So thank you again to everyone for being a part of our 2017 Summit. We hope you enjoy and learn a lot this week. So thanks again.
Thank you, Kay, and good morning, everyone. From stakeholders to consumer influencers, we bring people together. The Alliance is a united team of hundreds of enthusiastic members, individuals, companies, and associations all across the food chain committed to protecting animal agriculture and preserving consumer choice. No matter the issue or the politics, we bring everyone to the table for good. We connect our members and the entire animal agriculture industry by providing timely, relevant information on emerging issues via our steering committee, issues management committee, and supply channel subcommittee, our monthly email member updates, and our online resource library, which is updated continuously. We help connect college students with an interest in agriculture with resources that will help them be effective advocates on campus through our College Aggies online program, which you'll be hearing more about later today. We have 4 of our top placing students here with us, and they are serving as social media coaches. So if anyone has an Action Please pledge that's about joining Twitter or amping up your Instagram, be sure to connect with them and they can help you. If you'd like to connect with your fellow Summit attendees, please download the official Summit mobile app. In addition to facilitating networking opportunities, the app also includes the Summit program, speaker biographies, sponsor information, and more. To download the app, just search the App Store for 2017 Stakeholders Summit. If you'd like to connect to Power, we have power strips in the first few rows. So if you want to connect to that power, take an opportunity at one of the breaks to move even closer to the front. I think all the speakers are friendly. Before we jump into the Summit program, I do want to take the opportunity to thank all of our Summit sponsors, and in particular, I'd like to recognize some of our first-time sponsors: Ad Farm, BPI Technology, Inc., Midwest Dairy Association, and Summit Livestock Facilities. Please join me in thanking all of our sponsors. I'd also like to recognize some of our newest Alliance members who joined during our recent 30th anniversary membership drive. The Iowa Poultry Association, Michigan Farm Bureau, Missouri Farm Bureau, Great Plains Livestock Consulting, Peridium, and the Northeast Dairy Foods Association. If you have any questions about how you can join the Alliance too or become more involved, I'd love to talk with you during one of the breaks or receptions or meals, so come find me. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you Tyne Morgan, this year's Summit moderator. Tyne is the host of the U.S. Farm Report, the longest-running syndicated program focused on agriculture and rural life. Tyne is a Missouri girl who has generations of agriculture rooted in her blood. She got her start in public speaking with the National FFA organization. After getting her first agricultural broadcasting job in high school, Tyne went on to study agricultural journalism at the University of Missouri-Columbia. After spending countless hours on the road as the Ag Day and U.S. Farm Report national reporter, Tyne was named the first female host of the U.S. Farm Report in 2014. This is Tyne's first summit, so please help me in giving her a warm welcome.
Kay and Allyson, thank you so much for the invite to moderate such a great event. And I look across the crowd and to see all different walks of life come together to not only communicate about animal agriculture, but to really protect such a great industry is why I'm proud to host a show that can cover agriculture nationally. I've been in agriculture my entire life. As they mentioned, I grew up actually just 45 minutes from here in the small town of Lexington, Missouri. And I appreciated agriculture when I was young, being in and around it. But it's not until I was able to really meet the people across this great nation that work in agriculture that I had the true appreciation for what ag is today. And what I've learned in the countless interviews that I've done across the country since I started with U.S. Farm Report and Ag Day is that resilience reigns in agriculture, right? I mean, what other industry can we face the challenges that we face today and not only survive it, but come out on top? You look at the wildfires that hit Kansas and Oklahoma and Texas, burning thousands of acres, killing thousands of head of livestock. And not only did those ranchers, are they surviving, and they will come out better because of it, but agriculture across the country is rallying around those producers. I saw hay being trucked from Michigan. I saw tons of convoys on pictures of convoys from Missouri heading to Kansas to help fellow ranchers survive this horrific, tragic wildfire that hit the state. And then less than 2 months later, just this past week, we had snowstorms and blizzards hit western Kansas, killing thousands of livestock. And those feed yards and those ranchers will come out stronger because of it. We face challenges in agriculture every day. What other industry can not only face Mother Nature, right, and the challenges Mother Nature provides each and every day, but like I said, defy the odds and come out better and stronger because of it. And that's why I know that there will be challenges in animal agriculture. We look at the conversations that are happening in and around us. We look at the conversations that sometimes are happening without us. But I look across this room and see all walks of life representing not only animal agriculture, but row crops, every sector of agriculture today. And I know if we rally around each other, that we will survive this and we will come out better for it, because resilience truly does reign in agriculture today. And that's why I'm excited to be part of such a great event. We're going to kick things off, but a couple housekeeping items to get started. So we really want this to be a conversation this week. I mean, we have a record attendance, which is great, but we want other people to hear about this conversation as well. So how many of you are on Twitter? Quite a few of you. We have a hashtag that you can use. My husband refuses to be what he calls a millennial, even though he is technically. He uses the term £. So whatever you want to use, £, hashtag, whatever fits your lingo. It is hashtag or £, A 17. Okay, we'll go over that one more time. Hashtag A 17. We have another hashtag that we'll use later on in the program when we talk about some of the action that we need to take place and some of the pledges. But for now, we'll use that AAA 17 to really get this conversation started, and so those of us outside of the room can also partake. Also, you will see some note cards on the tables. And so with the Q&A, we will allow, you guys to raise your hand and come around for some Q&A to really get the conversation started. But if you don't feel comfortable enough asking a question, feel free to write one of those questions on the note cards, and we'll have some of the college Aggies come around and grab it. So you mentioned the college Aggies before. Are they in the room? Are any of the college Aggies in the room right now? Okay, can you guys stand up? Let's give them a round of applause, taking time out of their schedule to be here. And they're not just animal ag majors, right? We have some communication majors in the group. And so they will come around, they will grab those note cards, and they will bring it up to us, and so we can ask those questions as well. So several different ways to get involved, and I'm sure if you use that hashtag, we can find that as well. All right. Well, with that, we're going to kick things off. I do believe. Oh, the panel's coming down. Okay. Well, we do have if you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, there's quite a few chairs up here. So they're getting prepped. They're getting ready. What we did want to mention, I mentioned the wildfire before, and as Farm Journal, we've really tried to figure out, okay, how can we help tell these ranchers' stories? When we looked at the national media, we didn't see the wildfires being covered on a national scale, like some of the other tragedies that we've seen within the country. And so we did start a wildfirerelieffund.org. So for every dollar that's donated, Howard G. Buffett is actually going to match that up to $1 million. And so $2 million will go, and really what Buffett wants is for that money to do things like help rebuild fence. So with those funds, I'm excited to follow some of these stories, because with those funds, they'll actually not only be able to buy fencing supplies, but hire the labor that it's going to take to rebuild the miles upon miles of fencing that we have lost out in Kansas. So a really cool effort going on there. Okay, I think that the panel is still getting getting set. So we'll do a little geography poll. So how many of you are from Missouri? Okay, quite a few of you. How many of you guys are from Kansas? And how many of you had to actually jump on a plane to the great MCI airport to get here? Wow. Quite a few of you. Yeah, I flew, I have a 1 and a 2-year-old. That's what I forgot to mention in the beginning. So my outlook on the future of ag has kind of changed the past 2 years because with a 1 and 2-year-old, I'm really thinking about their future as well. But I survived my first flight ever solo with a 1 and a 2-year-old. And maybe before I would have judged those parents that use the electronics to keep their kids quiet, but there's nothing off limits when you have a 1 and a 2-year-old stuck in an airplane. Kudos to Southwest Air for being so flexible, but I'm telling you what, I had about 6 different movies on that iPad, and I think we watched all of them. It's only an hour-and-a-half flight, but with a 1 and 2-year-old, their attention span is very, very short. So we survived, and I called my husband when I got off the plane, and I said, James, I can interview the Secretary of Agriculture, I can interview anyone, but there's nothing that makes me feel more accomplished than surviving a flight with a 1 and 2-year-old solo. I walked on that airplane, and you could tell the people just felt sorry for me. And I told them, no, it's good. Somebody was offering to help, and I had a couple drink tickets, and I called my husband, and I said, do you think it would look bad if I used these drink tickets? I'm not above it, but apparently he goes, yeah, I wouldn't do that. So I was the one that then I said, I have free drink tickets. Whoever sits by us, I will offer up. And so I definitely did. So I can tell you there were no complaints when we got off that airplane in Kansas City. All right, I think this panel is ready to roll. So we're going to kick things off with a live focus group, and I want to thank Boehringer and Ingelheim for sponsoring this talk. Don Phipps will be the one to moderate this panel today. Don Phipps is an owner of Applied Marketing Research. That's a full-service marketing research firm with 23-year track record. Now, he's conducted marketing research studies for a variety of business to business and also business to consumer industries, including anywhere from agriculture to beverages to packaged goods, lawn and garden even. But he has worked with many Fortune 500 companies, including Coca-Cola, John Deere, Hill's Pet Nutrition, and also Pfizer. And so in the beginning, I remember I told you that we want to use that hashtag as well to really kick off this conversation. But at the end, we will open it up for questions. So Don's going to kick things off. But after that, we really want this to be a conversation this week. So feel free to ask those questions. But with that, Don, I'll invite you up. Let's give Don a round of applause.